Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Bougie Minimalist Podcast. I'm your host, Leslie J. Hardwell, aka the Bougie Minimalist. Actually getting started, and I'm alone today. My partner is not here with me. I'm having to wing it on my own. Mindful consumption is literally being mindful, being intentional about your purchases, knowing exactly what you want versus what you think you want, or falling into the trap of Instagram, TikTok, FOMO, fear of missing out, all these TikTok, Instagram, Amazon must have. I have been a victim of that before. You end up buying stuff because you think it's your thing, when in reality, it's not. Mindful consumption is being a creative versus a consumer. I've been a consumer for a really long time. I've only been practicing minimalism since pandemic time, because that's when I learned about it. I didn't really know what minimalism was. I thought minimalism was like living on your floor, no sofa, no TV. And for some people, that is the case. Some people do live like that. I know that I can't live that way. But at the time when I was getting into minimalism, I strongly desired to live that way, because the thought of decluttering for me is completely overwhelming. That is a lot. That's a lot of steps. That's a lot of energy. That's a whole lot. I don't always do well with a bunch of different directions. If there's going to be a bunch of different directions, I need someone to direct me. I need an actual director. In the time that I started, it was my desire to just get rid of everything. I wanted to empty my house. I wanted to get rid of my house. I didn't want it anymore. I'm like, I'm done with this. This is not for me. I just want to live in a box. You do not want to manifest that. The tongue is so powerful. The things that you say, you don't even realize that you're calling it into fruition. You're thinking that you just talking, you just rambling, you just talking smack. But now those things will come true. There's a lot of things that I spoke over myself without realizing it, and they were starting to come into fruition. And I'm like, wait, hold up. I had to ask for forgiveness and take it back, because I'm like, wait, I know what I said, but this ain't it. So anyway, for me, mindful consumption, I came from a place where I would go into the store and I would be extremely impulsive. And I would spend hundreds of dollars in a store, because in that moment, in that Band-Aid moment, is what I like to call it, it gives you like a rush of dopamine, and you end up acting on your impulses, grabbing things you don't truly love just because you can. Sometimes if you don't have control over other things, you find control somewhere else. So for me, I found control with my hair and my money. I was able to switch my hair up, wear funky colors, get all these crazy haircuts that most people wouldn't get, and I would get attention for it. And I like that because that's more dopamine. And then my money, I was like, I can buy what I want within my budget. And so I went for it, and it was nothing to drop a few $100s, maybe a couple $1,000s, and then I would get home. I kid you not, I still have things that I purchased from Saks before I had my child. My child is 8, and it still got the tag on it. It is ridiculous. And when I went through my decluttering phase, I found myself still clinging to that stuff. Like, I let go of a lot of stuff. I actually hired help. She came and she helped me declutter. Needed somebody who didn't care about me. Like, my husband can't help me because I'm going to give some pushback with him. He's going to give in. That's not going to work. I need somebody who is unbiased. I got rid of so much stuff, and I still had so much stuff. So I am on this journey as well still. I am not a minimalist completely. I am on the journey of minimalism every day. I have to have these conversations with myself every day. When I go into the store, like, I have stopped going to the stores. I love Home Goods, Marshalls, Ross, TJ Maxx, At Home, Target. I love those stores. I could just peruse around those stores every day, just looking, grabbing stuff, putting it in my basket. I love it. And so I cut myself off. I was like, I'm not going to any of those stores because I'm going to buy something and I don't need to buy nothing. And so I cut myself off from doing that. Just recently, in the past couple of years, I've been going back. But I have conversations with myself before I go in there mentally. I used to have it out loud, but now I can just mentally, I just know, like, I'm not coming in here to be impulsive, even though I still am. I made a couple of impulsive purchases yesterday at Ross, but I feel like they was worth it. See how we do that? We like make excuses for the things that we want, but I'm much more mindful. If it does not have a purpose, typically I will not purchase it. Like I bought something to hang on the wall. It had a purpose. I know where I want to put it. I bought some slippers for upstairs and downstairs. That has a purpose. I know where I want to, and I have old slippers that I'm going to get rid of. So the old slippers that I have that aren't as pretty anymore, I'm going to get rid of those slippers. I'm going to toss them in the giveaway box, and then I'm going to pull out the new slippers. So that's the other thing. You have to, if you're going to bring things in, you need to also push things out. Don't stuff it somewhere. Don't keep it. Oh my God. You don't realize how much stuff you have. Like I still have a lot of stuff that I know I don't want. Stuff that if I never saw it again, it wouldn't make a difference. It's just hard to let go. It's so annoying. I was like, this comes from slavery. This comes from your family coming up in the Great Depression, during the Great Depression, coming up in slavery and not having anything. And then when you finally do, if you did get something, you hold on to it. Once we weren't enslaved anymore, and then we get rights and we get to do all these different things, and we get to have things, purchase things, we got good credit, we can have stuff, and we are clinging on to things, superficial satisfaction, if you will, that really does nothing. It feels good in the moment, and then you're thinking about the next thing. So I found myself doing that. I'm like, oh, Chanel bag. Oh, I gotta get a Chanel brooch. I gotta get a Chanel scarf. I gotta get a Chanel. Baby girl, you know how much Chanel costs? Chill out. Like, relax. So being mindful is like when I pull up to Home Goods, for example. I love Home Goods. I can buy a ton of things in there, just knickknacks. And when I pull up, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to just go in here and peruse. If I really want to peruse, I'm going to not grab a basket. I'm just going to walk around, and that has really helped me out. If I have a basket, I'm going to put sometimes that is actually very helpful. I tell people all the time, if you just have to go to the store and you just have to put things in your basket, go for it. We put things in our cart online all the time. So if you just have to, go to the store and put things in your basket, do that. And then when it's time to go, you leave. I'm sorry to the workers that work there. Don't fill your basket up with everything. Just put the things in there that you really, really like. And, oh my God, I would really like to have this. Toss it in your basket. Look at it. Touch it. Appreciate it. Walk around with it. Imagine what you would do with it in your house. And then take it behind house. Now, that's not to say if you find something that is absolutely amazing and you just can't leave it there because it's amazing and you're probably not going to find it anywhere else. It's a one of a kind. You absolutely love it and you can't stop thinking about it. That's something that you want to purchase. For instance, if I want a pair of shoes. So recently I got my very first pair of Bottegas. I did not go there for Bottegas. I went there for Louboutins, and Nordstrom did not have Louboutins anymore in their store. And I'm like, oh dang, I came here to try on Louboutins. I walked around, I looked at some YSLs, I looked at all these different brands, okay? Tried on a few different ones. Then I went to the sale rack and I found the Bottegas, and they were beautiful. To me, they were unique. They were different. The price was good. It had some extra discounts on it. They price matched Saks, which was like $200 cheaper. Girl, I thought about them. I thought about how I would wear them. I tried them on. I walked around with them, and they were a perfect shoe for many different occasions. I can dress them up. I can dress them down. I can wear them casual. I can wear them dressy. It's a beautiful shoe. I made the purchase. Now, the shoe initially was like $1,500. Nordstrom had it for like $700 something. Then they had a discount, like a sale that was going on. But Saks had it for like $5 something. So I was like, why Saks got it for $5 and y'all got it for? She said, oh, we price match. Say less. She price matched it for me. I took them bad boys home. I think I paid $5.44. girl. That is being mindful. I'm not going in there and just buying stuff just to buy it. I'm buying something that I absolutely adore. They're beautiful to me. I feel good every time I put them on. I feel good when I'm wearing them. I feel good when I take them off. And I feel good when I put them back in the box and stick them on my shelf. And every time I go in the closet, I look up and I see that green box. And I'm like, yes, my Bottegas. They're just absolutely divine. And I feel like a baddie. I feel like a baddie when I wear them. All right. So, still like nice stuff. I will still purchase expensive items, but I'm going to love that item. It's not going to be something I'm just going to be like, because I've done that. Been there, done that. And every now and then I still do that. And then I got to take that back, or I got to bite the bullet and donate it or something because I don't love it. So, being mindful is having a set understanding of how you're going to do things when you go into the store. Everything is not for you to purchase. And I get so annoyed now when I'm with people and they just want to buy. Oh, I like this. Oh, sweetie, baby girl, pick one, honey. Prioritizing quality is knowing that I have the best that my budget could buy. I'm not settling for the least just so I can have more. Quantity is not important. Quality is important. And that's with everything. That's with relationships. That's with fuel for your vehicle. That's with everything that you encounter on an everyday basis. Clients. You can have 100 clients and they trash. You can have 10 clients and they're amazing. They treat you well. They respect you. They tip. Those are the clients that you want. Having 100 versus 10 great, amazing ones. Chef's kiss. You feel good about having what is considered the best to you. May not be considered the best to somebody else, you know. Like Walmart. Walmart has really cute clothes now. They have really cute home decor. Would I shop at Walmart? Absolutely. If it's real cute, I got a sweater that I wear all the time. I got it from Walmart. I got some leggings that I absolutely love that I work out in. Got them from Walmart. I haven't seen them like that anywhere else. Target has some that I want to try that are like similar to this popular brand called Wolford or something. I'm gonna look into it, but yes, the quality is what's important to me. It doesn't matter where I get it from. And it just feels good to know that I'm not spending my time, my energy, my money on junk just to have it. Because I did that for years. I did that for many years. And that is not conducive to the lifestyle I want to live. It's not conducive. It doesn't contribute to the woman that I see myself as in the future. So I have to be mindful every day of how I'm going to do that. Even in a salon, like I used to go to the beauty supply and just buy stuff. Oh, I want to try this. I want to try this. I want to try this. You know, you get caught up in the things and having. And I had to check myself, because then when I'm going through all my stuff, I'm like, dang, I already had this and I bought more of it. Like, I want to have staple items, staple products that I use over and over again, and it is tried and true, and it works perfectly every single time, and I don't have to guess and trial and error. I hate that. I have products and things, makeup, things like that I've been using over a decade. Over 2 decades. I like to stick within that when it comes to any item that I purchase or bring into my home, whether even if somebody's giving it to me, you know, do I want this item? So like, for instance, a church that we were going to at one time, they had t-shirts all the time. You know, they always wanted to, oh, we got to buy this t-shirt. And I'm like, listen, I don't want 100 t-shirts. I'm not ever going to wear them again. Maybe if I'm painting in the house or doing a project or something like that. But I don't want all those t-shirts. I'll donate. If that's what y'all trying to do, y'all trying to raise money, perfect, no problem. I would rather give you the money, so it'll go towards whatever it is that you're trying to do. I don't want that t-shirt unless it's something that I truly want. You know, I don't need 100 t-shirts of the same thing saying the church name on it. I'm not interested in that. Prioritizing quality contributes to all over well-being, because again, everything is going to be top quality for me that my money can buy or that I can obtain. So that's even with relationships, people that you're dating, the kind of people that you're holding friendships with. Quality. Be very strategic about how you choose people and things. Think about you first. Think about how you feel about this. How does it affect you? How are you gonna feel about it? If somebody does something or says something that you're not okay with, you have to speak about it. You have to speak on it. You have to not allow that into your life. You can get caught up, especially if you have trauma from childhood, from your parents, from other adults, from relationships. You can find yourself in a downward spiral or a continuous rotation of accepting low quality people in your life just because you want love and acceptance, and it's gonna backfire every single time. It feels good in the moment, but you end up like putting yourself on the back burner and pretending that you're okay with things that you're not okay with. If you continue to make everything quality over quantity, you're gonna live a fantastic life. You're gonna be making really good decisions. That's with food. I still struggle with that. I choose sugar all the time. I choose sugar and I choose crunch. Candies have to be sour and my chips have to be crunchy. I just love the texture. It's amazing. Dopamine comes to the clothes you wear, the shoes you purchase. Don't get BS shoes because, oh, these are only $10. What is the support like? How are these shoes going to uphold for the next, I think you're supposed to replace them every, 6 months or something? If you're going to be constantly running, like, do your research. Actually, like, sit down, do your research, study the item that you want to purchase. Look at the fabric. If it's polyester, is it silk? Is it 100% cotton? Is it wool? Look at those things. Think about it. It took me some time to, like, get my thoughts together with that, but now it's so easy for me to walk in, look at an item, read the label, and then decide if this is good for me. And that's in the grocery store as well. I'm gonna read the label, except when it comes to candy and chips. Okay, when it comes to other stuff, beverages and things like that, I want the lowest amount of sugar and carbohydrates and sodium and things like that are not gonna be good for my well-being, my mental health. So that goes also to the things that you consume on television, the music that you listen to. It's just so deep. It goes so deep. It's not just about stuff. So I don't want people to think bougie minimalist, I'm just talking about superficial things, clothing, and no. It's that, because that's part of your life. We love fashion. We like to be cute. So that's part of it. But I'm not minimalist when it comes to my nails. I'm maximalist. Because my outfit is this, my hair is basic, my makeup, I don't do a lot. I don't even wear eyelashes anymore. It's all about what you love, what you're gonna use, and what you appreciate. So, yes, it benefits your well-being because it supports every aspect of your life. It increases mental wealth by embracing a lifestyle that values quality over quantity, by not being bogged down with things that I don't love. I like to walk into my kitchen, and when I open the cupboard, I see all the glasses that I love. When I grab a glass, it's one that feels good to my lips, holds my drink well, feels good in my hands. Same with my bowls and my plates. I was very strategic when I purchased my plates. I got them from Wedgwood, and they were white, just plain white dinner plates. But I scored the internet for these plates. They had to be like this. They couldn't be ceramic. They couldn't be glass. They couldn't be none of that. They had to be bone china. And they had to be white, not beige, no designs. They just had to be what they are. All of my dinnerware that I've purchased is bone china, except for the little pretty saucers that I have. But I have some basic saucers and my dinner plates that are bone china. It feels good that I'm eating on quality plate. That is not important to everybody. That's important to me. My flatware is gold. It is also Wedgwood, a Vera Wang collection, and I love eating with it. Sometimes I eat with my silverware, but my gold flatware is my favorite. And I finally started letting the rest of my family eat with it because I was like, this is my flatware. Y'all eat the other stuff. Y'all don't care about this, so y'all eat it with the silverware. I feel more at peace. I feel like I've gained wisdom, knowledge, and understanding concerning why I'm really making these purchases, why I'm really allowing this person into my life, why I'm really holding on to this person, why am I letting a person treat me a certain way, why I won't let this client go if I feel like they're disrespecting me. So it has helped me to also, I've always had pretty good boundaries. I've gotten better boundaries in my relationships with the opposite sex, but with same sex, I've always had pretty good boundaries. And I've done therapy, and these tools really help you to figure out who you are and who you want to be, who you desire to be. And you get to like refine your life. You get to like rewrite your script to be whatever it is you desire. Like, it does not have to be what it's been. As people say, I don't look like what I've been through. You can change it. You can change your mind. You can do it totally different. You can change everything. You can be a different person. You can dress different. You can change your hair. You don't have to conform to anything. You can decide to conform, and then you can decide to do something totally different. What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? What is it that you love? What do you gravitate toward? I mean, I changed my style so much. I got into minimalism. I was a maximalist. Like, I had all the things and knickknacks and just a lot. But I didn't know my style either. I was just doing stuff. Oh, I like this, I like this, I like that. Okay, cool, let's do that. When I got into minimalism, I removed everything off the walls. I painted the whole house white, painted all the doors black. That's what I was gravitating to at that moment. So when I was on Pinterest and I was trying to find my style, I started saving all the things that I loved. And then when I went back and looked, I was like, okay, so I keep clicking on this, I keep loving this and this, so this is what I like, this is my style, so I'm gonna go ahead and implement this into what I got going on. And I did just that, and I loved it, and I still do. But I recently ran across these people, these creators on social media, and they were showing their homes. The name of the show is Tile and Texture. I could be saying that wrong, but anyway, all black people, male and female, and their houses looked like art museums. Absolutely, like, personalized, beautiful. I was like, that is me. There's so many me's. Like, how many me's are there, Leslie? Girl, pick one. I can't pick one. I switches it up. And I'm getting back to that now. So yes, my husband was like, so how you gonna be a minimalist and now you're doing maximalist stuff? Listen, I'm gonna do maximalist stuff, right? But it's gonna be things that I love, use, and appreciate. I'm not gonna just buy, oh, that'll match, let's just do that. No ma'am, Pam, no. I have to love it. And then, like, this painting, you can't see it all the way, but it's a lady, it's a black girl. She has flowers in her hair, and she has this gold across her eyes, and her shoulders are out, and she's very sexy. And when I saw this, I could not leave it. I could not leave it in the store. I was like, no, I have to have it. And if I don't use it, I'll just bring it back. I'm so glad I bought it. It is beautiful. Every time I look at it, I just love it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I will buy it again and again. I have paintings over in this side of my salon where I actually work at, and I'll show you guys that part another time. That was my concept. I feel like my salon was maximalist. It was more of my my style and things that I loved, and my house was more minimalist, things that I felt like I wanted to be. And that's what I needed at that time at my house. All the stuff was driving me insane. So if I'm going to get it, I'm going to love it. So I'm getting ready to redo my house. So yeah, I said that to say that I'm switching it up. Color, paint. Oh, it's going to be just fabulous, amazing. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Maybe I'll even, start decorating people's house again. Share how your consumption negatively affected your mental health. It caused a lot of anxiety and depression. Unknowingly, I did not know I was anxious and depressed for many years until I said, am I depressed? I think I'm depressed because I don't want to do nothing. And I would look around and it was just stuff everywhere, and I just wanted to go get back in the bed and go to sleep. Eat, sleep, work. That's all I wanted to do. Long story short, I went in and talked to a psychiatrist. How we do. Black folk. I would have never gone to a psychiatrist, but I was like, something isn't right. Let me just go see. Let me just go talk and see what they say, and then I will go from there. And I was crying all the time. I was emotional. I was sleeping my life away. When I first went, I said, I feel like life is passing me by, and one day I'm gonna wake up, it's gonna be like a decade later, and I have not accomplished any of my goals. I have not done anything that I said I wanted to do, because I'm bed rotting. And so my goal was to fix that. And I did. And I'm still on that path of fixing it. So yeah, the clutter and the overconsumption, it leads you down a very dark road, because it's like it's never enough, because you're doing it for other reasons. You're not doing it for the sole reason of the purpose that it should be for. You're, using it as a band-aid. You're using it as a means of control. And once you acknowledge that, once you gain wisdom with that, everything changes. Your decision making changes for the better, because now you've gained understanding and you have wisdom and knowledge behind that. It's nice, man. It's nice knowing. It's nice being sure of yourself. It's nice. You want that. And so if you don't have that, I strongly encourage you to seek that. It will increase your quality of life. Okay. So again, quantity is not important. The amount of years that we're here is not important. We don't know how long we're going to be here. We don't know when our last day is going to be. But if you're having amazing days most of the time, that's what's important. How are you spending your days? How are you spending your energy? Are you treating people? Because when you feel good, you want everybody else to feel good, It affected me negatively, mentally. My desire was to change that. The balance lies with, I'm guessing it was Marie Kondo. I can't remember. But it was love, use, and appreciate. If it does not fall into that category, it can't come home. If it does not fall into that category and you take it home anyway, once you address that it does not fall into that category, you need to get rid of it. This is really as simple as that. I have bought things and I'm like, I don't like this anymore. It's not for me. And then I have boxes at my house in the loft upstairs that are like giveaway boxes. They're moving boxes. But when I run across something that I know I don't want, to get some headphones so I can hear myself. Let me go make sure I'm still recording. Hold on. It's almost an hour, so we're able to wrap it up. This felt good. This wasn't too bad. I feel accomplished. I did it all by myself. Can you believe that? First step was acknowledging that I was low-key hoarding. Okay, because that's what it is. You're low-key hoarding. And you don't need to do that. Have y'all ever watched Hoarders? Baby, some episodes of Hoarders, I've gotten used to it now, but when Hoarders first came on, I would watch the episode and I'm like, you have to be kidding me. People are not living like this. Even if you look at my house now, there's some hoarding going on. I mean, there are different levels of hoarding. Getting a pack rat, that's hoarding. Pushing stuff away, putting it in the bottom of the cabinet. Your linen closet got a ton of sheets and pillowcases and pillows that you're never going to use again. You think you will, you won't. Old sheets, tattered. It's like now my things have to be in almost perfect condition or I'm getting rid of it. I'm in these bougie groups on Facebook and I've learned so much in these groups. I mean, I'm from the country. I'm from Louisiana. It's just a different way of being over there versus here in Houston, even though it's just 2 hours up the street. I know this by experience. When I go home to Lake Charles or Opelousas, I promise you people stare at me. I'm not saying this to brag. It's just a fact. They stare at me. They'll ask me where I'm from. And when I say I'm from here, they're like, nah, you don't look like you from here. And I know that. And I know why. And it's because of the way that I choose to present myself now. The old me, yes, I didn't look like I look now. I didn't present myself the way I present myself now. I was in a group and this girl said something about getting rid of your tattered clothes, t-shirts and joggers and things like that. Even to run to the grocery store, even to run to the gas station, you want to put your best foot forward. You don't know who you're going to run into. You don't know. And, the old me just didn't care about that. It was like, I don't care. Who cares? I'm going to be me. Well, I'm still being me. But this is me now. So this jacket, I have 2 jackets like this. It's BCBG. I have several of these tops, which is just a plain black tank top. I have several different leggings. I have several different black shoes. And this is really like my everyday uniform. This, like, my everyday wear is very minimalist, but it is quality. I'm wearing black every day, just about. But even if I'm just going to make a run, I could wear this with heels. I could wear this with tennis shoes. I could wear them with slides. I've done it. I've worn this jacket with jeans, with shorts, with a skirt on my birthday. Like, I've dressed it up and dressed it down. It's my favorite jacket. Just have several different pieces of clothing like this where I can switch it up. I'm not going to the store with like pants with paint on them, holes on them, pajama pants. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. This is my loungewear. It's not my loungewear, but this is my run to the store wear. If I'm going to the store, if I'm going to the movies, this is how I look. So I'm never looking like I rolled out of bed. That's very rare. And I used to have clothes in my closet that I don't love, but they're just, walk around clothes. Still, I have walk around clothes, but this is my walk around wear. I did the same thing with, because I used to like sleep in t-shirts. I don't do that anymore. I started buying lingerie. Even before I got married, I was wearing lingerie to bed just for myself. And that felt so good. Just treating yourself well. If you want people to treat you well, you got to treat you well. And when they see that, they're like, oh, okay. People respect boundaries. They come correct. That's everywhere you go. It's at the hospital. That's police officers. That's at church. That's in the grocery store. If you want to be addressed a certain way, you got to dress a certain way. If that don't matter to you, that's fine. It matters to me. We are about to wrap this up because your girl is sleepy. I want to say that's the end of it. Did I say everything? What practical steps can someone take to transition from quantity-focused mindset to one that prioritizes quality for mental wealth and sustainability? Simple steps for me. I got on Pinterest and I created boards of things that I love, things that I liked. And then I went back and I figured out what my style was. And I would save. Now I still hoard. Like, I have albums and pictures. I still hoard those things because I'm very forgetful. And I hoard these things, and half of the time I don't go back and look at it, but that's just my thing. It's what I do. My intention is to go back and look at it. Will I? Sometimes I do. And I'll be like, yes, I'm glad I saved this. Find out what your style is. Pinterest helps with that. Instagram helps with that. Save them in albums, okay? So you can go back and look at it and you know exactly what your style is. Hire help. It's difficult to do it on your own when you are starting something new. Even with this podcast, I have been trying to do this since 2020, and this is the first time I've done this. I had to hire help. Now, the Lord sent her at the right time and sent the right person. She's absolutely amazing. Her name is Lauren. I love her. We vibe. She's been a blessing for what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm very grateful for her. But yes, hiring help, asking for help, looking for help, go for it. Do that. Not just for those things that you have going on. Go seek some help mentally, emotionally, if you feel like you just can't figure it out on your own. I mean, I tried everything. I tried taking St. John's wort. That didn't work for me. And 5-HTP, that works for me really well. But it's like, it wasn't helping me enough. It's like I would take the 5-HTP. I felt great. I slept good. Then the next day I was back being depressed. I had to take it, and it just wasn't working for me the way I needed it to work for me. So when I went to go see my psychiatrist and I told him about it, he said, yeah, 5-HTP works, but it doesn't get past the blood barrier. And I asked him what that meant, and he explained it to me. It doesn't stick like the prescription meds do. It's something that I needed to get out of my funk. You can start with something, and 5-HTP is something natural. You can buy it over the counter, but it's amazing. I love it. So that's a good start. But I tried all those different things. I tried, drinking Sparks. That helped. But from Advocare, it helped. But it's just like, I just needed a little bit more help. It worked for me for years, but eventually I was like, this is not working no more. Marijuana wasn't for me. Gummies, that ain't for me. No. And I ain't about to smoke no crack. I heard about trying shrooms though. I think I might eventually try microdosing with that. And then I got on caffeine, and sometimes I use nicotine, and it really helps me to focus. But there's so many things, like, go and find what works for you. Don't just
dwell in sorrow and that deep hole that depression creates. If you get too deep, it's hard to climb out. When you feel like the cloud is over your head, go ahead and try to nip it in the bud and deal with it. Open your blinds, turn on a funny movie, listen to something funny, get outside and get some sunshine. There's several things that you can do. When you go to the store, grab your basket. Put things in your basket that you want, that you really, really, really want. Not just, don't be just picking up stuff. You got to put the basket back and the people have to reshop all of that stuff. Don't do that. You can even put the stuff back if you want. Whatever works for you. It gives you a sense of having it if you can't fully commit to nobody. Meditating, I'm not really sure how to meditate yet. I haven't even really tried to figure it out yet, but I do want to try to do that next. Meditation, I think, would work for me. I've heard great things about it, and I feel like my mind does not shut off enough for meditation. I feel like I've tried it, and maybe I just have to meditate a different way instead of constantly trying to get my brain to shut down. Or I probably need to turn on some white noise, because if it's quiet like it is right now, that's not gonna work. Because my thoughts gonna be like ping, 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 and there's not gonna be any meditation going on. I promise you that. I think I tried to meditate. I'm like, I'm done. This is making me tired, because I'm trying to focus on not thinking. I don't know. And I'm thinking about everything. It's just jumping around. It's insane. Okay. But prayer helps. I do pray. And I write. I love to write. I have so many notebooks. I have so many journals that I filled up to the brim, and I have to go get a new one. And I love it. I love to go back to my journals and look at things that I wrote that I forgot about completely. And I'm like, oh, wow, I forgot about this. Or, wow, I overcame this. Or, oh, I've been writing since I was a little girl. I have notebooks from when I was very small. And I go back and look into the notebooks. And it's refreshing for me. I love it. And I forget. I have short-term memory loss, so I can write something and baby, it is out of my mind and I will never think about it again. And then I go look back in my notebooks and it's like I'm learning something new. Writing for me is very therapeutic, so maybe that's my way of meditating. I don't know. So there will be a book. She will be an authoress, like Maya Wilkes, girl. I have a lot of goals that I want to achieve, and now I'm 36 years old. I'll be 37 in March, and now I'm able to really get to some of these things that I've been wanting to do. And it's all because I started taking care of my mental health, my physical health. I dropped a lot of weight. I go to the gym sometimes. I need to get back in the gym because I posted a video when I had on all black. If you look on my Instagram and Facebook, I had on all black, and it was my husband was filming me in my living room. I had on a skirt, and I was like, baby, these legs is when you had me in the gym, because baby girl look fine, honey. My legs not that fine right now. They a little skinny. So, but anyway, I still try to get in there sometime. I want to get back to doing it regularly. What is it that you would want another person to do for you? A man or a woman to do for you? Or a parent or a friend or whatever. What is it that you would want for them to do for you? What would you want them to buy you? How would you want them to serve you in your relationship? What would their role be? And once you identify that, start doing it for yourself. I used to go to the movies by myself. I used to go to dinner and lunch by myself, and I loved it. I'd bring a book with me, and I just would enjoy it. Going to a bar or going to lunch in a restaurant at a table. I wasn't ducking off in the back. I was sitting at the table like everybody else, and oh man, that felt so good. You gotta build this relationship with yourself and get to know who you are, and things will start to change. A lot of us don't know who we are. I didn't know who I was for a very long time, and I was committing the worst crime, and that is impersonation. You tend to feed off of everybody else when you don't know who you are. You tend to agree with things that you wouldn't normally agree with. I feel like I'm getting off subject, but I gotta just let it roll, because it just is what it is. All of this stuff plays into my whole purpose of starting a podcast is I do this all the time. I have friends and I have clients who call me or come and talk with me, or I've had people cry in my chair. I've cried with them. I've had clients who have experienced loss, husband, children, and it has affected me in a way that I can empathize and sympathize with people. I am an empath. I'm a Pisces, but I'm not toxic. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. I am Pisces. I'm Pisces sun. I'm Aries rising, and I am Scorpio moon. So people would always be like, "Are you Scorpio?" I'm like, "Hell no, I ain't no Scorpio." And then when I realized my moon sign was Scorpio, I said, "Well, no wonder." Apparently I have some Scorpio traits because people think I'm Scorpio. It has made me more sensitive to people and their needs, and God gives me the words to give to other people. It's not me. I'm not like this almighty person. It's a gift that has been given to me, and I don't want to sit on it. I don't want to just sit on it, If I can make a difference in somebody's life, I would love to do that. I would love to be a positive influence for somebody I like. I get satisfaction from saying, "Oh, Leslie, you really helped me. Thank you so much for that information. Thank you for telling me this. Thank you, thank you, thank you." When I started to become a consumer of, I would consume so much information, and oh man, my brain can really just go 1,000 miles an hour with this, and I can hyper focus, and I can just consume. And so I've been told that I'm a know-it-all. You think you know everything. I guess it's just one of those traits that can be positive and negative if you don't harness it properly. And so I don't want to be considered a know-it-all. I want to be considered somebody who knows things and has wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and can help you figure out whatever it is you got going on. Like, I'm highly interested in going to school and becoming a psychologist. I just love psychology. I love to study how the brain and the mind works, why people act the way they do, why they do the things that they do. I just love it. In my past life or in my next life, maybe I'll be a psychologist, or I was a psychologist. I don't know. I have no desire to go to school though. Like, part of me is just like, maybe you should try it and just see if you can do it. And I know I can. And I will be going for my PhD, not an associate's, not a bachelor's. Master's is, but PhD, I would go for the highest I could go if I do it. So that's something that I'm thinking about. If I do decide to do it, I probably won't say anything. I'll just do it. People have expectations of you once you say what you're gonna do, and some people prey on your downfall. So it's really best to just kind of be very strategic about what you share and who you share with. Everybody does not deserve to know everything about you. And I used to be an oversharer. I used to be an open book. I'm still an open book. I've become much more discreet now because I've experienced the positive and the negative sides of oversharing and being an open book, and not having a filter and just saying stuff and talking about my life. And some people are just not equipped to deal with what you got going on. People don't care about that. They want to know what you can do for them. And so here's what I can do for you. I can hyper focus on this phone and this computer and gain all of this information, and then I come to the Bougie Minimalist podcast and I chat and tell you all the things that I've learned. This is my second episode, and I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, it's gonna get streamlined as time goes. So I'm being positive about this, and I'm excited. And so I'm going to end the podcast episode here. This was a lovely time. I really enjoyed you as my company and my audience. I have my lovely mannequin behind you, and I get to make eye contact with her. So that's been quite easy to have at least a fake person that makes me feel like I have an audience. Maybe I'll put a dress on her. But as of now, she looks a little bit frazzled. Her hair looks terrible. But she's been a good guest. She and I have had some times together. And I'm going to do her hair next time. And maybe I'll have her sit right here and say hello to you guys. That is going to be the end. Your girl got to go get a nap before work tomorrow. It's 11:41. I got to get home and get some sleep. It's been wonderful. I feel accomplished. I hope that you learned something from this episode, And I cannot wait to see you guys next time. Love you guys. Have a fabulous night. Good night.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for watching the podcast. I'm so happy to have you as my guest to listen and join me on this journey of learning. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys soon. Mwah.